crochet friends, it's me, Jonah, and let's thank Yarn Inspirations for sponsoring today's show and tell. Check it out. I just finished the Karen Fair Isle crochet hat, and this is one of my favorite hats that I've ever made for a plethora of reasons. To start out with the fact that it's such a cool design with the chevrons and all the different Fair Isle technique used. It's a really interesting hat to make and awesome to wear, but also because it uses one of my absolute favorite yarns, Karen Simply Soft. It has a gorgeous sheen and it comes in so many different colors, and not just solid. There's paints, there's camos, there's variegated, there's stripes, there's ombres, there's speckled. So you could really have a lot of fun with the colors for this hat. And guess what? There's also matching mittens, the same Fair Isle technique. And the only other materials you would need are, of course, a pair of scissors, a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, a 4 millimeter crochet hook, and just your 7 different colors of Karen Simply Soft. And in today's show and tell, I'm going to share with you a little bit of how to do the color changing as you work the waistcoat single crochet so that it aligns on top of each other and you can create your very own Fair Isle pattern. Okay, so here is the actual hat laid down flat, and you can see the gorgeous Fair Isle design, and of course with your very stretchy single crochet brim. And I'll be demonstrating for you just the single crochet down here, waistcoat technique, so you can get familiar with it, and how to change colors. And here's the top as you come up and then continue to decrease in single crochet. So I have a swatch started here of some single crochet in the waistcoat with my Karen Simply Soft, and then just some Fair Isle work. This is actually Fair Isle that you will see featured in the pattern once you get to the top of your hat. And the way that the Fair Isle is worked is by working the waistcoat stitch, or the knit single crochet, or the split single crochet. It has many names. And that's made by working into the V of your stitch and going through the stitch, not through the top of the stitch, going through the middle of the stitch. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just going to start by chaining up 1. For the split single crochet, instead of going just under the 2 loops right here and finishing, you're going to insert through the center of that single crochet, right down the throat. Pull up a loop, nice and high, yarn over and pull through 2. And that's your split single crochet. And when you're working your Fair Isle, I want this stitch right here to be red because the one below it's red. So I'll insert into it, pull up a loop, and then I'll grab my next color that I want my next stitch to be, which happens to be cobalt blue. Then I'm going to yarn over and finish off that stitch with that cobalt blue. So then this stitch will be completely blue. So I'll insert through the center post, pull up a loop, yarn over with the new color, and finish off the stitch. Insert into my next stitch, going through the base. Just go right down through that throat. And it's very important that you stay loose and don't split the yarn as you go through. And then yarn over and finish it with your new color. Insert, pull up with your new, yarn over and pull through. And this is just working Fair Isle that's just 1 stitch wide, but you'll continue carrying this, and you want to maintain looseness with your strands across the back. And you also want to be loose and pull up nice and high so that you can fit your stitches in between the posts of the stitch. Because if you become too tight, you won't be able to. You can see as you speed up as you progress. And I'm going to work to the end of my row quickly and then start by working the next round and finishing it off and securing it with the harvest red, as I've done for the base. And in the pattern, which I'll make sure that I've linked to below for you so you can go check it out, there will be a chart for you to follow, an 8-stitch chart repeat, and that's what you'll keep repeating in whatever colors you happen to choose for your Fair Isle hat. And this starts off very fiddly, but as you work more and more, you'll get a hang for how to carry the yarn in the back. And you'll have floats. You will have floats, but you won't have any unnecessary stragglers hanging out. Pull through, pull through, and you can kind of get the hang of switching them out between hands and holding the other one just up against the work, and then just getting used to flipping them out. Pull through, and I have 3 stitches left before I can start to fasten off or enclose my Fair Isle. Finish it off with blue. My next stitch, wrap around with red, pull that back out through a slip stitch. Then I'm going to chain 1 and continue Fair Isle single crocheting. And you would be following your chart, except right now I'm just working on a small swatch. Just to show you the technique and how it'll form across. And as I work 4 more stitches or so, you can see how it locks off the Fair Isle pattern and you get that nice dense weave. And there you have it. That's how you work the waistcoat single crochet and work Fair Isle. And if I flip it inside out, you can see, of course, it's not the prettiest, but those are just your floats that you'll have when working 1 by 1 Fair Isle, but you will have much longer floats as you work longer distances, like the chevrons that are present in this pattern. So once again, there's how you work the waistcoat stitch or the knit look crochet split single crochet, whatever you prefer to call it, and how to begin to change colors through your Fair Isle pattern. And there you have it. That's how simple it is to work the waistcoat stitch and change colors for Fair Isle in crochet with your floats. And don't forget to check out the written pattern. I'll have that linked below for the hat and the matching mittens. These are such a fun project to make, and they work up surprisingly quickly. But they're also great stash busters with your favorite 7 colors of Caron Simply Soft. And I hope you enjoyed today's show and tell. And if you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Jonah's Hands and Yarn Inspirations. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and crochet away, friends.